Hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your source for the finest 2A propaganda brought to you by TNVC.com. I just flew back from Georgia.
Georgia.
And boy, are my arms tired. The ARFCOM team attended the Big Daddy Unlimited epic shoot outside Savannah, Georgia, and we had an absolute blast. Savannah is so gorgeous. It's hard to believe it's even in the same state as Atlanta. And the weather was about as perfect as it could be. Even the rain on Thursday night had a genteel southern feel to it. After a few minutes, the rain politely saw its way out as soon as it was finished with its business, almost as if to apologize for the inconvenience. We made the pews, we ate the food, we drank the beers, smoked the cigars, and most importantly, vibed with the people.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
That fellowship is what this whole thing is all about, of course. Events like this are increasingly important in this age of corporate censorship. It is vital for people to get a chance to have unfiltered, earnest conversations with each other. I wish that I had the words to convey the feeling of welcome, openness, and camaraderie I experienced.
Hey friend, it's dark half the time on this planet, so unless you got shiny eyes like Riddick, you're gonna have a hard time operating operationally unless you get night vision from TNVC.com.
Get to the chopper! All in all, about 500 people attended, and I never witnessed a cross word or an unhappy face, except this guy.
You just got to push through. Yeah, apparently. It'd be here way quicker. Yeah.
But while the intangible relationships are the point of the whole thing, the takeaways are the interesting products on display. There are far too many videos to list everything, and some of the best stuff are things which aren't even exactly new, but they are interesting. Like Adam from Century Arms towering over us mortals, like Prometheus showering the poors with his blessings in the form of the AP5 and Canic. Century does have some pretty spicy stuff in the works, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. Before we made it more than a few feet down the line, we were accosted by two large, scary men from Refuge Medical. One of them stole my tourniquet, and the other began screaming at Pat.
This is not a real tournament.
My wife.
Hold on.
Here.
You're doing it! Let's go! Let's go! Better than you think it should be! Let's go! Hurry up!
Get it in there.
Hurry up! Get it in there!
I want you guys to not die, okay?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I've always been told you need a tourniquet, but I've never been shown how to use a tourniquet.
Hell, well, then put it on.
All right. So
Hurry up, you're dying!
So rule of thumb.
This works by constricting the bandits inside of here. If I put a tourniquet on you, there's a 100% chance I'm moving to casualty, right? Lift your arm up.
Escalating to higher care.
Check this out. Watch this. You don't have a tourniquet anymore.
Apparently, I've been carrying around a counterfeit cat for years because some jackass S4 decided to buy cheapo Chinesium garbage from a Fugazi website instead of ordering through Fedlog. I'd heard about the counterfeit TQs, but never even considered I might get issued one. In all seriousness, the dudes at Refuge are fantastic, and we had a great time hanging out with them. I learned how to stage my tourniquet properly and was reminded how little I really know about combat medicine. It isn't often you run across something really different in the gun world, but one thing that stood out to me was this cool flappy thing from RTS Trigger Shield that goes over your AR trigger guard. The idea is to prevent your gear or sticks or whatever from getting in there and discharging around. When I saw this thing, I had a little internal argument on my own inside of my head. I mean, I can't count how many times I've discovered my selector had moved to fire or semi when I've been carrying a rifle ulti. So I get it, but I'm still conflicted. You could pin it out of the way if you want to, and you could simply install it on only the side that rests against your gear if you wish. they're also working on an AK version. That, I think, would be a bit more useful because the inferior selector switch on the AK leaves a lot of end users just keeping their rifle in the fire position. What do you guys think? Is this useful safety equipment or just one more gizmo for people with red anodized parts on their AR? Speaking of Kalashnikovs, another product which really stood out to me is this Match AK trigger from CMC Triggers. As you folks know, even good AK triggers aren't all that great. This CMC trigger feels like an AR trigger with a proper, clean break, no grit, no over travel, and no horrendous AK slap. CMC was also showing off the new Sousa pistol red dot. With so many options in the field, it's hard for a new red dot to stand out, but this one features an RMR footprint, which is shaping up to be the industry standard. 3 MOA dot, 5,000 hour battery life, auto shut off at 14 hours, 2 night vision brightness levels, and an MSRP of $180. So, it checks all the boxes you'd expect, but it comes in at a price significantly lower than most of the competition. All told, I had a fantastic time when I wasn't being terrorized by enchanted flying beasts. Everyone there was a true joy to meet and to hang out with, and I can't wait to go again. It was a real honor. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today, but before I go, I just want to take the time to remind you, please check and see whether you're still subscribed to our channel. Our robot overlords and the tube of yous know what we want better than we could possibly know for ourselves, so they just go ahead and unsubscribe viewers from any channels they think express wrong thing. Like us, obviously. Now, you folks out there in TV land, no censorship makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed, so don't forget to check every now and then just to be sure you're still subscribed to us. While you're at it, make sure you ring the notification bell so you never miss a word of our gun rights propaganda. And if you want to get email alerts for the best deals, the projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums, you'll also find a Linktree link down there in the doobly-doo for our newsletter. And remember, if you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, training, and all sorts of gear to make you the bump of the night. I love you.